Hey, what it do with the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Luke.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on social media.
And I am Spike Luke on them same social sites. Holla at your boy. Hey, B, how you feeling out there today?
Feeling much better today, man. I was down last week. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Mm-hmm. Got that
Change
late
of weather.
COVID push, didn't you?
Man, I don't know if it was a change of
Shit,
weather.
COVID ain't gone.
Oh, shit.
COVID ain't gone nowhere, brother.
I ain't had it, though. That's what I'm saying.
It's been a little surge. You sure? Did you get tested?
Yeah. Nah.
Damn. Nah, exactly. That's what I thought.
But I ain't have it,
You don't know that. You do not know that. I saw somebody on Twitter talking about it just came back around and kicked their ass, man. So that COVID still out here in these streets. Y'all non-believers. That shit. Did you catch it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you catch it? You know?
December last year.
My ass one time. I know that.
I mean, December, no, not last year, December 2020.
Not the year, yeah, but that year fall. Yeah, shit get so jumbled up nowadays. You have no fucking clue, man. But we happy to be back. It's the On Deck TV show. Hey, B, what we got this?
Action-packed episode. We were inspired by a Rolling Stone article that had bad albums by good artists. We thought that was pretty dope. Obviously, it was on like 2 rap albums on there. We're going to do all hip-hop shit, though. We're going to do it our way. And then also, man, people are hot at your man Snoop Dogg for a Black History Month promo that he had going on in Kroger. Big Gip from Goody Mob has been on a roll lately with the hot takes. And my young boy Simba got a little bit of a bold statement in regards to how hip-hop treats its artists, man. But first things first, there's a brand new documentary debuting on Hulu February 23rd about the YSL RICO case. It will, of course, highlight the specific artists, Young Thug and Gunna, that are involved in the case and how their lyrics play a part in hip-hop being on trial. It is coming out, yes, this Wednesday, which I believe is the 23rd, before I say that. Yeah, whatever the 23rd is. Mm-hmm. My question to you, A, are you checking for this? And B, is it way too soon for a documentary to be coming out about this trial?
I 100% am going to check this out. Maybe they have some information that we haven't heard yet. I look forward to see some thorough reporting done on it. No knock to the blog sites, no knock to the local media, but I look forward to what this is about to be with the people behind it in Hulu. I want to see how far they dig into it. Pause. Is it too early? No. We've grown accustomed to this now. I don't know if you following the true crime with that Alec Murdoch dude, or you had the chick that made the blood machines. Like, all of them was getting documentaries while they were still on trial too. So I think it's par for the course nowadays when you're talking about Hulu and you're talking about these documentary series that they're doing. They coming out before the case is solved, as we're seeing here. And again, I'm glad that we're going to see some thorough reporting with people that have, clear standards that they have to stand by. They're not just speculating. They're not just throwing shit out there without having sources. I'm anxious to see what that looked like because some new news came out this week, if I'm not mistaken. They were talking about the nigga, I guess one of the leaders. I don't know who the dude was, but he went in there and told on Thug the night that the murder was supposed to have happened.
Yeah.
And they got that on video as well. So, man, it ain't looking good for Young Thug. And I love to see everything thoroughly done surrounding this case. What say you, AB?
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely going to watch it simply because, like you said, you get the news via social media for the most part. And, these rap blogs, man, they be all over the place, dude. I don't know what's legit. I don't know what somebody was hearsay. I need an official record of what the fuck done transpired because I'm still low-key clueless as to what's going on. This will also take a look at lyrics and being involved in cases. So Mac will be featured on here. Of course, he did 20 years for what many believe he didn't do, but they played his lyrics in court. And since he was talking about being a camouflage assassin, that scared the jury, and they convicted him of a murder that he 99% probably didn't do. So that will definitely be featured. I was debating with my homeboy because we both looked at the trailer. And, of course, they showed a clip of Fannie, the district attorney, like, if you're going to commit crimes and brag about them on the songs, then I'm going to do, all that shit. which is cool. I get it. But my question to this person, because Kevin Liles was on there too, and Kevin Liles is over 300 ENT, and he was on there on Thug's behalf. And my partner was like, man, look at Kevin Liles trying to protect his money-making machine, his cash cow.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, now when the record label cut bait with Bobby Shmurda when he was on trial, niggas was mad at the record label saying, look, when there's some real shit on the line, the label don't show up. They only show up for the bag and to make money off of niggas. But then now when niggas show up, when there is someone, nigga, he only showing up because he need the bag and that's his. Hey man, which one is it, dude? Like, we can't have it both ways. We can't have conspiracy theories that labels are getting artists killed so they can eat off of them, but then also say they need them alive and out on the street so that they can make money off them. 6 things can't be right at once, dude. Maybe 2 things can be true, not 6. So I need somebody to clear that up for me, man. We got to stop being hypocritical. What side of the fence do you fall on, man? Let's stay there and not straddle it and try to make 6 or 7 things right at the same time. And that's not how life works. But yes, I am checking for this. I do think it's a little too early, though. I would like this to unfold just a tad bit more. I like my documentaries to have closure, but I get it. This is a hot topic. You're able to turn around shit quickly now with technology and filming and all this shit. So I'm going to watch it, but I wish it did wait just a little bit. It kind of gives me a little baby vibes. I think he had documentaries too early. But I'll still watch them and I enjoyed them actually.
Mm-hmm. I think in the Bobby Shmurda case, the criticism was warranted because he was still a newer artist. And it was like you were riding with me behind the ignorant shit and pumping all of that. But then when a case came from it, you disappeared. With Thug, like, why wouldn't you protect your investment? I don't see what's wrong with that. Like,
yeah, I don't get that either.
Negative. Yeah, like, of course, I'm going to, like, he works with me. Like, we partners, we make a lot of money together. I'm going to come speak highly on his behalf. Yeah, so I'm not criticizing Kevin Liles for doing that. I actually condone him for it. However, yes, there is a business interest there. I don't see anything wrong with that. Just like, again, though, with the Bobby Shmurda, I disagree with you on. There could have been more support, and it did look like, hey, you're using this guy because just 2 months ago, when it was all good, like he said in the song or whatever, you was popping with him. Y'all was out there. It was a hot summer or whatever the fuck that they was calling it. But then as soon as stuff came down from that exact song, nobody was there. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of see that part of it too. But I also see the long vested relationship that he has with Thug. And hell yeah, he should be in court.
Absolutely. I agree, nigga. I don't know. Wouldn't you? What executive wouldn't be? Right. That doesn't make any sense to me, dog. Like, I can't knock somebody for doing what they supposed to do. That doesn't add up.
Really
but Young
strange
Thug,
what people try to hold people to. But yeah,
I was gonna say Young Thug is still awaiting, like, what is it called when they sentencing? I don't know when that's.
Yeah. You talking about his sentence?
Yeah.
Well, he ain't had no trial yet. I mean, the trial ain't over.
Oh, well, that's true.
Rest yet, I don't think. Yeah, they still got stuff to go over, I believe.
Listen,
it's looking ugly for him. So that's why I want to see updated information from the documentary 100%.
That YSL Woody dude, listen, he in court. He was in the little video. Why do they put those videos out though? Like, why would they release that? Like, wouldn't ain't that like literally putting a target on him though? Like, what are you doing that for? I don't understand that. What's the point of them releasing that, bro?
Public sentiment, I guess. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Many times I wish I know how police think, and maybe it would have had me in better situations in my life. But yeah, that's a great question. Like, who's beneficial of that comes out? Other than them, I guess, saying that they did their job. The taxpayers applaud them, maybe, I guess, if they're paying attention.
They're not watching YSL Woody's interrogation footage.
Before today, I didn't even know it was a YSL Woody. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I didn't even know that thing that exists. Yeah, so it is what it is. But man, heads up to those guys, shouts and prayers or whatever you're supposed to say in the situation, man. I'm too old to know. We just reporting on it as we do here on the On Deck TV show. AB, if you did not know it, it is Black History Month. All right?
Yep.
And people are upset at your people's last year person of the year, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
They said during Black History Month, man, this wine promo that he got out, was it with Martha Stewart?
No.
Something like that for his 19 Myrtle something wine that he has. But the commercial is looking real minstrel show is AB. What say you, fair or foul with Snoop's new wine commercial?
Snoop has a promo at Kroger, and it's a cutout of him holding the wine. It's called 19 Crimes. And it's next to another cutout that is a Black History Month cutout that said that's a black fist that has dream like Martin, got different quotes on it. I'm black and I'm proud, say it loud. And people are like, nigga, what does drinking wine have to do with being black, dude? What the fuck is this? Number one, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't have gave a damn about this. I would have walked right past this. I've already had the wine. I've tried it. It's pretty good. Shout out to Snoop. I wouldn't have gave a damn. Some people seem to be really upset. Like they had a quote from somebody on the news. And this, I laughed. I literally laughed out loud when I read this. I mean, when I saw this. Somebody said, it's not hold on. Somebody said we need to be thirsty for knowledge, not wine. Hey man, I can read a book and drink my wine at the same time, dude. What the fuck what are you talking about now? Like people looking this shit way too deep. It's not that serious, dude. It's a wine promo from a black man. Therefore, there's next to the Black History Month. Everybody knows Snoop. If you don't want it, walk past it, dude, and go to the book section, dude. It's not that deep to me. It's not saying drink wine, be black. It's not saying any of that, dude. Just it's not that deep to me. What about you?
It doesn't sound that deep, but I want to see that promo 100% now. I didn't see a picture of it. I read the story. Do you have a picture of it somewhere? Did you see it anywhere?
Yeah, for sure.
Just describe what it looked like.
Yeah, it's just.
I think it's doing what we do nowadays, right? People are looking to be upset, but hurt about, trend about, make somebody's day bad, uncomfortable that's already famous. It's a lot of fools go. If you really want to stretch and associate the two, like you said, it's a black man owning the business, promoting it during Black History Month. There you go. Strings are tied. I wish that we could be that cut and dry and not PC in our culture. Now, I wish Snoop could actually come out and say that, you know what, I'm a black man. I felt like doing it. It's Black History Month. I get off my dick. That should be his response. But we know he can't say that. People are reaching, grasping for straws. What this did make me think of, though, AB, is other than the murder case, Snoop has done, though, a wonderful job of actually, there ain't been a lot of controversy on his name.
True.
For as long as he's been doing this shit, like he had some ups and downs with the marriage or whatnot and a couple of things with his kids, but for somebody that's been doing this as long as Snoop, that's similar to LeBron, except for LeBron ain't got no flaws or smudges on his name, but Snoop pretty clean, man. So people are trying to bring you down anyway when you stay as clean as Snoop do. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's been in the limelight super publicly for a very long time. Here's one more quote, though, from an upset fan. I mean, from an upset customer. Somebody said, I just felt that it was offensive. They are really promoting alcohol, proud of drinking wine. No, we're proud of the Tuskegee Airmen whose shoulders I stand on.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about? Do they have wine?
Why do the two have to be like pushed together, though? That's the thing. Like, it's just,
I guess they're trying to say that drinking wine is a negative. Like they're trying to push like it's alcohol, so it's something negative, and don't tie that to a celebration. I guess I have no idea, dude. Like I don't. Dude, if the Tuskegee Airmen had wine and it was their poster, would you be mad? Like I don't understand.
Right. That's right. And people drink wine though. Like it's a part of our culture. Like people drink alcohol. They do it. Sorry, this ain't weed. It ain't cocaine. Like he ain't saying, man, do cocaine. And by the way, happy Black History Month. It's like it's wine. They buy it everywhere, dude. It's legal in all 50 states. So yeah, again, people just like to be butthurt about nothing in the society that we live in today. Yeah.
Do cocaine, 100%. Dude. I'm black and I'm proud. Yeah. That did I could understand. Black and
I'm proud, dude. I'm James Brown. Do cocaine like James Brown, allegedly. Yeah. I don't want to get sued here. Yeah. Crazy out here.
Hey man, next up, Goody Mob member Big Gip. Hey man, he did an interview on Art of Dialogue, and they've been clipping this shit to death, throwing out all the hot takes that they could pull from it. The most recent one was about, you said who?
I thought this was Vlad. It looked like Vlad or something.
It looks just like Vlad. They just took his whole style.
Stole this way.
Yeah, it's nasty. He most recently talked about Khaled and how he's not talented and blah, 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 blah. But the one that really stood out was that he said that DMX and 50 were bigger stars than Jay-Z. And also to throw in the mix that Andre 3000 was better than Hove. It's a simple question. Are either one of those hot takes not really that hot? Or is he on point with it?
He's way off point with it. I understand. We talked about how hip hop is in error. So I could understand when someone says 50 was just as hot as Jay, or DMX was hotter than Jay for what, a month, 9 months, maybe, you know. But there was never a time like that Jay-Z, from the Blueprint until nigga probably Magna Carta, that he wasn't the top rapper. Like there may have been rises from a Nelly, a 50 Cent, and the Eminem and all of these, but if you're talking about just how like people look at, if you're smart, you look at LeBron James as the number one hooper from about his 5th or 6th year on until whenever Kobe left out of the league. Yeah. Same thing with Hove. I think after we got over the Biggie and Pac, like since they've been gone, once he found his stride with Blueprint, he had it. He was number one. Now, people may have been hot again, like I said, but no one ever really knocked him out of that spot, in my opinion. And when you talk about Andre being better, it's just like Jay did, God did this year. When was the last Dre verse? Like, I got it. Like, you got, what have you done for me lately? We still live in that hip hop society. I know how good Andre is, but like we always say, there's something to be said about still actively participating in this shit at Hove's age and dropping fucking bars.
Yeah.
As he does. Like, it's just too far in between for Andre, and the body of work just isn't there either. So he's way off on these. He sounded like a crazy old man, get off my lawn guy, and a Jay-Z hater. I wish it hadn't been Gip.
Yeah, listen, I don't know where Big Gip has been these last couple of years. I don't know where, like, somebody done brought him out. You can go ahead and book now. He'll be a recurring guest on whatever this show is, dude. You can go ahead and book that. We're going to see him in a whole nother outfit about 30 days from now with a whole nother set of hot takes. But again, he's off on here. And yes, DMX was on fire at one point. I'm talking about on fire. 50 Cent was on fire. Jay was here before both of them and stayed after them. And so, like, there came a point where you could literally give LeBron the MVP every year, and then the game would be boring if you did that. You can give Jordan the MVP every year. The game would be boring. It'd be stale. It'd be predictable. It would take away from some of the shine. So you start to take for granted what these niggas are doing day in and day out. So, and that's what happened with Hove. I remember there was a list, or there was like a viral meme that was like, Jay has never been the hottest rapper of the year, and there's that whole who's hot, who's not, putting way too much stock in somebody being hot. Yes, X was hot. He was the shit for about 3 years, respectfully. 50 Cent was hot. He was the shit for about 2.5 years, respectfully. Dude, nobody, and I mean, even 50 just got caught up in this shit. Man, yeah, Future he way hotter than Jay in the streets. Like, oh, everybody has to put all these stipulations on Jay, dude, to try to move the goalpost. Right. Yeah, please, y'all sound ridiculous, dude. Big Gip, I'm a fan. You sound ridiculous. 50, I'm a fan. You sound fucking ridiculous, dude. Please stop saying whole name. What do you get front page news when you say my name, dude? Please stop. It's annoying, dude. I'm sorry. It's corny.
That's the tricks that they use with words when it comes to Hove. Because like when you said it, you hit the nail on the head. He says, oh, they were bigger than Jay-Z. No, they may have been hotter than him for a moment. But if you do the door test, like we say, if there's a line outside the door, and they're like, well, only the biggest celebrity is getting in, and you got 50 Cent and you got Jay-Z right there. Like, through every phase of their career, they're letting Jay-Z in before they let 50 Cent in. That's it. Like, if we pulling the rope back and they like, all right, you two, If Jay and 50 standing right there and they're like, I get rich or die trying, Jay's like, they letting Jay in. Like the whole King of New York thing, whatever you want to blame or say. But I just don't, again, it's always a play with words when they're talking about Jay. Leave Hove's name out of your mouth, man.
He said Billboard, only reason they had Jay as the #1 rapper was because of Beyonce. And that is that take is super played out. I'm like, bruh, bam.
Well,
stop.
Maybe y'all niggas should have married Beyonce. That's what Jay should say. Maybe y'all niggas should have bagged the baddest bitch in the game and had her wearing your chain. Then maybe y'all niggas could have been the #1 rapper on Billboard. That would be the perfect Jay-Z response for that. Then maybe you should have just bagged B. I wouldn't even had to drop classic albums. I could have just dated Beyonce.
He's #1 because he dated Beyonce. Bro.
I guess Slim Thug top 100. Didn't him and Beyonce date? Since he dated?
No, but I know he was on a song with her. They from Houston.
I'm making that up, yeah.
Shit. I'm gonna say, damn, I ain't know that my boy Thug. I was gonna be hype for my boy.
It was Lucky. It was LaToya Lucky the one he did. Yeah. That's hilarious.
What we got?
All right, man. Next up, before we get to the bad albums by good rappers episode, your boy Simba, man, he made some headline news, and especially when we read deeper into the article, man, he was making some really good points in there. I know you got to check out the whole thing, AB, so we're going to lay it out for the on-deckers here. Simba says that hip-hop does not award the artist for being dope. Do you think he's right or wrong, AB?
Yeah, that's a pretty broad statement. He was on the Rap Caviar podcast, speaking with Jinx. So I get it. So what I think what's happening is he's grown a lot in terms of his stature. He had the project with DJ Drama, his name. He's been doing freestyles. He went viral last year with a couple of freestyles. So now he's in a couple of more spaces than he probably normally would be. He's seeing things get weird. He's seeing some political shit probably happen. And he's like, yo, whoa. Why can't I just get props for just being a dope artist? Why do I have to do X, Y, and Z? Or why do I have to be X, Y, and Z? Maybe why do I have to get into fake beef? Why do I got to wear this? Why do I got to wear the big red boots? And so I understand from that perspective, if that's where he's coming from. I was just watching an interview with on the 85 South show with Starlito, friend of the podcast, friend in real life. That's the homie. And they asked him about reaching levels of success, and he talked about how he got to a specific level after he signed his deal, and he saw the other side of it, and he saw that he wasn't comfortable with what was on the other side. And I don't mean no Illuminati sacrificing my mom shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about the comfortability of what fame, quote unquote, and the privacy and things of that nature that kind of go away with that, and that baggage that comes with the level of success that you think you want. That's what happened with Andre 3000. So I think that is where he's coming from. It's not about the skill or the talent per se. It's about how viral you can go. It's about things that really don't matter at the end of the day, when it really should be about the art and what you can do and the music that you can make. And so I feel him 1,000%. I think dude is dope. I'm a fan of his. I thought the project with DJ Drama was very strong, and he was trending in the right direction from the project before that. So I am looking forward to what he got going on. I'm hoping this doesn't, take the air out of his sail in making music and being an artist, because I think dude got hella potential. But I think that's where he's coming from, and I feel
him. Yeah. This was a good article, because I too, like you, thought it was a little vague until I read a little into it. And the synopsis of what he says, I'll read a couple of quotes here and then try to relate it to other people. He says that you cash out at 30 or 40 million for an album. Nigga, that's not just because you're so good at making music or that you're so good at making money. It's that you advertise the audience to a lifestyle that go along with what the industry is trying to sell. Man, that was a good quote, because I too looked at that Starlito interview, like you said, and it was interesting to me, and it's like Simba, of when he said that he started feeling like he was out of place, and he was saying it was very early in his career, as soon as he popped off. Starlito. And even with Simba, what he's talking about is what we see with someone like a Russ or like Andre, like you said. Or even Tank said this about R&B music. If I'm not promoting a lifestyle where it's like clubbing or partying or shooting and killing, if I'm just talking about living good, making money, investing, Russ, like the shit that he talk about with the business side of it, but the music is still entertaining, it doesn't matter. It don't matter that I'm dope. Doing that because I'm not promoting the lifestyle that makes the music business so much money. He went on to talk about Simba did, and that's why I thought this was such a dope artist. He talked about like when you put out a single, you're not only putting out a single, but you're advertising for someone to go to the club and pay the admission to get into the club. You're advertising for someone to go do whatever it is that's associated with the turn up music that the music industry wants you to do. And he was just basically saying it's a lot of dope artists that don't want to do that, but get sucked into that because they want to make money. And it's a fine line between, am I going to be able to make money or do I got to do what we say, like what we used to call as a radio single or whatnot. But now you're doing what you have to do on YouTube or online, and you're trying to do what the algorithms say to keep it popping, but you're getting so far away from, like they said, being just dope. So I thought this was a very good point to articulate. It's been said several different ways, as I mentioned, with Tank talking about how they took love out of R&B and they've replaced it with the shoot 'em up, bang, bang shit, is because of the lifestyle that the music industry promotes. And we don't talk about it a lot, but that was a really good pull by Simba.
And no, that's a fact. And here's the tricky part, because there's some artists who have managed to not have to go that route. Like you take a J. Cole.
Right.
He was going in that direction until he showed up with the same Versace shirt on as French Montana and was like, okay, this is stupid. So then he was able to pivot. Like his label gave him the green light to do what he wanted to do, and it worked. And now he's more authentic to himself. Simba told a story about how he had got signed to his deal, and it was real organic. It was real true. It was no bullshit. And that's how he is trying to keep his situation. And I can respect that. He's aware. He's cognizant of it. It's not as if he's 10 years in and he's just now figuring it out after he done sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in the middle of it. He's on the come up knowing this. So he's able to move intentionally. So that's a good thing that he realized. And then hopefully somebody else, another artist is listening that understand that they ain't got to do the shit that they don't have to do or they don't want to do. And you can still be very successful. Look at Currency. Currency ain't never had to come out with Miss New Booty. And he ain't never had to do that, dude. Like he just did his own shit, dude. Like he ain't come on with no Yin Yang Twin song, dude. Like Currency not no club.
They almost got him. They almost got him real early with the Cash Money and No Limit shit, but he was able to get out of that. You're right. That's a great example. But yeah, I think this was dope. Simba brought up some great points in the article. Y'all check that out. And check out that DJ Drama tape. It's fire.
Yeah, he got some shit on there. He got some shit on there, man. Yeah. Let's talk about some artists who have dropped albums that did not have shit on there. Rolling Stone made the list, top 50 albums, bad albums by really, really, really good artists. There was only 3 rap albums on that list, or maybe 3 or 4. Just for reference, number 1 was a hip hop album, which was get the fuck out of here. It was Kanye Ye album. Like really, like the shit on Kanye wave is still going on right now. The fuck out of here.
I agree with that.
Stop. You said who?
What was the other one?
Idlewild by Outkast. And then
that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. And Rebirth by Lil Wayne. No, all those two are trash. Idlewild is trash and Rebirth is trash.
Yeah. But we knew that was gonna be trash though.
That's true.
Rebirth got a single on there.
Yeah, Prom Queen.
I mean, that was what it was. That's what I would expect. So I know when you saw this, there had to be one album that jumped out to you that you like, I gotta list this on here. I'm thinking this may be the only overlap that we had. So
is it the obvious? Is it Hove? There's an obvious Hove album.
No. It's not. It's not an obvious. It's an obvious Hove album. I think we'll have different Hove albums.
Okay.
But yeah, we both probably have that. But this is one that you notoriously hate. So I didn't know if you had it on here or not.
Double Up?
Uh-uh.
What?
That MJG No More Glory.
Oh my God, that I didn't even
Oh man,
have
that's
it. Damn,
probably
that's a good one.
that's on
Woo.
mine then. That's probably one of the worst albums by one of the best rappers ever.
Ooh.
Like and we again, Southern hip hop podcast. So this is where you would expect to hear this. Not Joe Buttons, not on the West Coast, not in the Midwest, but here at the On Deck TV show. Well, you're talking about a nigga that can rap his ass off. That is 100% MJG. However, that nigga did his solo thing. I don't know who was behind this, who executive produced this, what the A&R had going on. I don't know. This was just the ultimate letdown, bro.
Facts.
Like, this should have been a classic album. That's how
Yeah.
good MJG is. Like, it should have been a classic. Like,
Yeah.
some kind of way or another. Just like an 8-Ball lost. Like, 8-Ball went out by himself and did his thing.
Facts.
But this, Jesus fucking Christ. I thought you would have this one.
Nah, that's cold.
You hate that.
That's cold. That I ain't gonna lie. I was a huge, and that's when, like, in my lifetime it came out. Like, they was cooking.
Yeah, man.
And
yes,
that shit,
sir.
that let me know
feelings.
that
It still hurts my feelings to this day that MJG was some soft.
that
I
let
don't
me
even
know
think he tried since then.
he may have, but I don't know. He may have took like 10 years off. That shit garbage, man.
And then No More Glory was some slaw.
That's a good one. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I got one from an artist that we mentioned already on the show, coming off the heels of a classic debut album, Doggy Style. That second Snoop, that Dogfather, is god awful, bro. Like, it's terrible. Like, I don't know when the last time. It's not on streaming sites because he took all the Death Row shit down. But man, I don't know when the last time you heard it. But like, listen on, like, go on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Man, it's like 2 songs on there, dude. And really, what hurts it is coming off of Doggy Style, which is a masterpiece. And you do this with no Dre beats. You go all Dre and then no Dre when he was in his bag. And man, it's some slaw. Like, it's one of the worst sophomore albums following up. Like, it's probably the biggest example of a sophomore slump in hip hop off the top of my head. But it's a really bad album and I'm a fan of Snoop's music too. I like several of his albums. Even some of the recent shit you'll listen to be like, damn, Snoop, right? Like, damn.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That shit's terrible though. So that's jumped out to me off top.
That's a good one. The next one for me, the East Coast has to get some smoke too. This first one, like you said, was a classic. That Diplomatic Immunity, one. Fire, damn near straight through classic. That Diplomatic Immunity 2 came out, bro. Like, I don't even know if Cameron was on there. Like, it was being like J.R. Ryder was holding it down. Like, it was niggas that I like. It was Bird Gang, Purple Gang, whatever the fuck they was out. Like, it wasn't no Jim Jones. It's way too much Jim Jones, not enough Cameron. I don't know where Jewels was, but that was the big group let down from high up to, man, what in the fuck am I listening to? Like, I don't know the last time a nigga listened to that Diplomatic Immunity too, but it's unbearable for me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's one of them albums, like, we don't even speak on that. We act like that didn't even happen. Nah. And they act like it didn't happen.
It's the first one.
Facts. That shit, that's a bad album, man. And that's what be hurting it, man. Like, the projects right before it be spectacular
classics.
And then
they went to the well too many times with that like they did the sample and the J.R. Ryder type flow. Like, niggas was over it by the time this second the Diplomats came out, and they was doing way too much of it.
Yeah, it was trendy, man. The sound was trendy. I definitely got one. We'll keep it East Coast too, because East Coast, y'all got to get the smoke.
Okay. Facts.
Legendary artist had almost like a rebirth of sorts with his career lately, linking up with Hit Boy. But man, he needed Hit Boy on that double disc Streets Disciple though. That double disc Nas.
I was wondering, was you gonna get that Nas in?
Hey man, like, I get it. This doesn't get enough flack, and it really should. For Nas to be as nice as he is, to go the double disc route that really should only be reserved for legends. And there are some great double discs. I get it. Pac had one, Big had one, Jay had one. Nas had to do one. I get it. Man, this shit is terrible. Like people try to like it. Well, I say Nas fans because generally speaking, nobody really fucks with it. Nas fans will try to like pluck certain shit. What if you combine the two discs? Well, no, nigga, no shit, dude. But it's trash, dude. It's a really bad album. It's got a handful of good songs. Production is horrible. And Nas is too good to be dropping shit like that. That doesn't get enough smoke. I really wish it did. People need to talk about how bad that album is more. It's just slaw.
They try to sweep that one under the rug. 100%.
Exactly. And y'all ain't slick.
Like, we can keep it East Coast then. Let's do it. I know you and I both have this one, so we probably can go back and forth. The Jay-Z Magna Carta.
Well, I don't have Magna Carta.
Not Magna Carta. I'm sorry.
Kingdom Come.
What am I thinking of? Yeah, Kingdom Come. Yeah. Show me what you got, little mama. Yeah, trash bag gang. Because we love Hov. We expected so much from him. He said he had retired, so this was the big boy commercial coming back with Dale Earnhardt, so it looked big. Budweiser was signed on, but it was just like what we were talking about with Simba. It was almost like they convinced Hov to come out of retirement to make a commercial album for what? Like, why would we do this? Although one of my favorite Hov songs, "Do You Want to Ride," is on that album. Jeez,
fire.
Yes, with him and John Legend. But that album overall, trash.
Are we sure the album is trash though? Like, yes. Do we go too hard on that?
But I would debate you. That Magna Carta is just as bad. If you go back and listen to Magna Carta, it's just as bad. Because, and again, we got to remember, Jay don't got bad albums.
Right.
Like, you're going to find jewels and bars in there. But if I went back actually and listened to that Magna Carta, I found myself like, I don't want to hear this. 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 Just like skipping past like everything but like beaches or some shit like that maybe. But yeah, I think those two are right there at the bottom for Jay-Z. But I'll go with Kingdom Come.
I think I like Magna Carta a little more than Blueprint 3, but it's been a while. I'd have to listen back. It's been a minute, I'm not gonna lie, but I just know Timbaland went 0 for 3 on that Blueprint 3. He gave him nothing on there. But I have Jay Kingdom Come because that is like, even Jay said it's his worst album. But I just don't know if it's as bad as we make.
I feel like he was pressured.
Man, probably. Or it was a bag attached. It was a bag attached to the Magna Carta.
Yeah.
The Samsung.
Yeah. That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
I've got one, of course, if y'all been listening to the show long enough, y'all know I'm a huge No Limit fan. So I got to have a No Limit album on here. And I never, ever.
Ghetto Postage? Gotta be that Ghetto Postage.
You could pluck a couple of P albums. That's easy work.
That Ghetto Postage was disrespectful.
Yeah, that shit was garbage. I remember in school, I had no car in high school. So the older niggas had to go to the record store, and I had to give my $13.99, $15.01 after tax.
This is 89. The record store was what was this, nigga? Went to 2 high school years.
The CD store or whatever the fucking store. Man, and that goddamn C Murder Bossellini had came out.
Oh,
and I said, hey. I said, I need that. And they already knew that. I was a huge C Murder fan. Life or Death is highly regarded amongst No Limit fans. And I never forget, they came back with that Bossellini, and the look on all 5 niggas' faces that was in that truck when they came back. I was like, damn, what's wrong? They were like, man. I said, man, that shit's slaw. I said, what? Nigga, I was finna cry. I listened to that shit, dude. Like 28 songs. I was like, bro, what is this, dude? Some slaw.
It was 2 good songs on there. It was 2. It was one that was banging, but that was it. That was it. But I remember that hurt my feelings. Because see, Murder was like Slick, my favorite.
Yeah, he was hard.
That hurt my feelings, boy. Jeez, Louis.
That hurt, man. And so there's more than 2. We're not gonna disrespect C Murder. We're not gonna do them like that. There's more than 2 good songs on there, but it didn't slap at all, though. Like I'm not nowhere near the first one.
There were no slaps on that. Gotta even hold your favorites accountable, man. So another one that I would have to name as I'm going back through is that T.I. versus T.I.P. Just because like that ain't his worst album. I know that, but
Yeah, nah.
it was during a time when T.I. was like on fire.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the nigga went to jail and had
Yeah.
to usher out this T.I. versus T.I.P. He had the banging song with Ye, and he had the Dope Boy song on there, but that was it, man. This is like was a letdown, especially during that time frame for T.I. I was upset about this as a T.I. fan, but yeah, that T.I. versus T.I.P.
The song with Ye was on No Mercy. That's what that
Yeah,
was
you're
on.
right. You're right.
Which is his
You're right.
which is his actual worst album, and that is on my list. No Mercy is trash.
That may be the album I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, this came out after Paper Trail. And he was I believe he was either locked up or he was just about to be locked up. It was one of the two. He didn't really do much promotion for this album. He had the song with Kanye where
Mercy
Kanye
came out after Paper
him.
Trail?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, No Mercy was the first album after Paper Trail.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I would have thought it went the other way around.
Yeah, nah, and it wasn't it. Kanye washed him on the song. If y'all ain't heard that in a minute, please do, because I love. It's called Welcome to the World. I don't know what the fuck T.I. was talking about on there, but it's some like got a song with Eminem, that's some slaw. He got a song with Drake on there.
Scarface on that is banging though.
Negative. Wrong album.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Yep, yeah. Scarface is on here. Yeah, Scarface watched him too.
Nah, T.I. ripped that. I'm sorry, but
that
was right. T.I. was toe for toe with him right there. But Face did rip that though.
But this album, there's a song with Drake that nobody remembers, dude. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
he fumbled the early Drake feature. His album some slaw. Love T.I. Love his discography. This ain't it. It's a bad album, and he dope. So I just didn't get it. But I don't like Paper Trail like that either, though. So that's just me.
That's crazy. What's the name of that third 50s album?
Oh, Curtis?
We get out of here. That has to be mentioned. Is that the one with Hey Yo Technology on there where he got the robot eye?
Yes.
That shit was fucking garbage.
That shit was He got that. I Run New York. He got that on there though.
That's it too. Yeah, he got that. That was that one song that he had on. They had like one more. Yeah, but that was an ultimate. And that second G.
Yeah, oh my God. That's real G bad.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, Terminate on Sight with garbage. Ross got one too. That richer than ever been. Some slaw.
He got two. What's the one?
We're not gonna do that.
I'm selling crack down Memphis Boulevard. What is
that Hood Billionaire.
Oh my God, nigga, that Ross was disrespectful to everybody for that.
That's true.
Whoever he robbed for that album, that ain't even Rick Ross quality or worthy. Like
that's
I don't know what was going on in his life. He might have needed a quick check, but that Hood Billionaire, that's so disrespectful.
That's true. I forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. You're right. You're right. And that's when
he was getting shot at by the GDs.
Because that's when he dropped 2 albums in 1 year because Meek had got locked up, so they couldn't put his album out. So he had to hurry up and put something out. And this shit wasn't nothing. It was you could tell it was rushed.
Did not. Yeah.
That's a good one. You're right. I take that back. Yeah, don't forget richer than I ever been. That Hood Billionaire, that ain't it. Shit garbage.
Yeah, that Hood Billionaire was garbage.
Tell us what y'all think, man. What's a whack album by a really dope artist that you fuck with? So it's out there. There's some out there. There's some ones out there, man. Ain't nobody above this shit. Let's be very clear. You can be a dope ass artist and drop some buzz shit. Let me see. Now we got some wins and some losses, man. Your boy YG going the Chris Brown route. You got a special 1K package, pause, for his concert tour coming up. It is a 1K meet and greet dinner with YG. It's a 5-star 3-course meal with YG, reserved seating, open bar. You get a photo with YG, and it's at a gentleman's club waitresses. Okay. It's $1,000 per person, man. Is that a win or a loss?
That ain't bad, man. That's better than taking a picture with Chris Brown, like niggas was doing. Like it was niggas legit doing that. But no, I don't feel like that's bad. especially like you said, it's a 3-course meal. You're eating good, and it may not be necessarily, oh, niggas want to meet YG. It may just be a good networking thing. You know what I'm saying? Put your face in the place with somebody else who will pay $1,000 for a plate. Maybe y'all can pull a play off together. So yeah, I feel like it'll be a good networking.
Hey, I'm actually not mad at this.
Yeah.
Big dog meal. Now, are you eating like? How many people are here?
Now, I don't have to sit at YG table. Like if it's 20 of us, everybody done paid a rack. Like I would feel, if it's just me and YG, I would be less likely to do that. I would rather YG be floating around the room. Hey,
my chopping it up with niggas.
Meet you. Yeah, let's take the picture of what you do. Okay, that's cool. You know, your man over there do this.
Yeah, like
everybody done paid $1,000 in there. Like I would do that. That would be cool, but not to me and YG sitting in each other's face eating. Hey man, did you try to like? No, I'm good. I'm super good, bro.
Nigga on a date with YG.
Yeah, why? Like we got candles lit and shit. It's me and this nigga having a 4-course meal. No.
Hey, real quick though,
super straight.
If let's say the number is 10 people. It's 10 people, 5-star, 3-course meal with apparently the stripper waitresses, which I just now read that's what that said. Okay. Is there an artist that you would do this for? Any artist in the world, and it's just a rack. Well, not just a rack, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like 2 Chainz, I feel like that'd be a dope ad. He would put on for it. If it was something like what you went to a couple weeks ago, where like it was the pre-show for that Jeezy, and Jeezy was dressed to the nines, and it was $1,000. You get a good dinner, like 10 people get to come in here before the symphony shit. I would do it for Jeezy. Yeah, it's one. Yeah. But it has to be nice, and it ain't really necessarily about the artist. That's just a plus, in my opinion, to what we're saying here. If it's a nice setting $1,000 meal, big dog chef, nice ambiance, you putting on nice clothes, everybody in there coming like to the tees, it's like-minded people. Then I feel like that's worth that.
Yeah, it's frying Chris Brown shit.
Yeah, I ain't standing taking no picture with no nigga for $1,000, man.
And this way you get more people. So like if it is 10 people, you get 10 people to stop. That's 10 bands.
10 racks. Yeah, exactly.
That's hard. Yeah, another winner or loss, man. Cardi B and Offset, they have a McDonald's meal with accompanying merch. They're the latest McDonald's spokesman, man. This is a win or loss.
Jesus Christ. Big W for Cardi and Offset, big L for people who are fans of them musically and think that they getting any music anytime soon, bro. Like Cardi can roll over and get a bag. Facts. Just like we just seen Rihanna at the Super Bowl. Like she ain't come to the Super. Usually people come to the Super Bowl and they like, oh yeah, I got an album coming, the single coming. She like, bitch, my baby coming. I'm gonna take another 3 years off to raise them. I say that to say artists ain't trying to rap, no. Like people ain't trying to make music, dude. Any little shuck we can get, we got like McDonald's. Oh, I got a TV show, I got a talk show. Oh, we got this new merch brand. Anything but fucking making music. Hey, B, when the last album that came out this year? This is February. This 2 months into the year, dude. They no albums out. Is it still a music business, dude? It's crazy. But yeah, big W's for them, L's for us.
No, that's a fact. If anybody's wondering, the meal consists of a cheeseburger, a quarter pounder with cheese.
Now you're disrespecting me. Nah, stop it.
A large
I thought you was talking about YG meal. Man, I thought you was talking about YG had a 3-course meal leading with the cheeseburger. I'm gonna say, nigga, for $1,000, you straight up robbing niggas. All right,
hey, what if now look though? What if that was the thing? What if the thing was like,
nah, you got me fucked up.
Now look like you like it's like you like a trap house or something, like you eat like a little trap meal, but you chilling with them. It's closer, it's more intimate setting, but it was still $1,000.
Man, hell no, nigga. I want the chef and the ambiance. Nigga ain't gonna have me paying to sit in the trap with him. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I go sit in the trap by myself. Fuck no. Nigga, drop off some wings, drop off some American deli and the crispy wings and 10-piece, man. Like, nigga, you YG, you don't get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it gotta be the big. I know you was talking about the McDonald's meal though. That's funny.
I know. Hold on, let me finish the meal. It's a cheeseburger, a quarter pounder with cheese, 1 large fry, 2 large drinks, an apple pie, and a side of barbecue sauce. That's the meal. First of all, who is splitting the fry? That's nigga. That's all me, nigga. First off,
what do the barbecue sauce go on? Ain't no nuggets coming. What you gonna put it on?
Now you dip the fries in the
see,
barbecue sauce. Come on now. What are you talking about? What?
They're better than the sweet and sour at McDonald's, not the barbecue. You dip them in the sweet and sours.
Yeah.
This is some ghetto Bronx shit that I don't know about the Cardi B doing. Again, I love it though. I love it.
Hey, that for the record, that meal is 2,175 calories. I just thought that was funny.
Damn. Jesus Christ. Don't matter when you can get your. Let me shut up. What's the next win or loss?
Next win or loss, man.
Cardi, man.
The game says he wants to fade. He wants to shoot the fade with Whack 100 and Suge Knight on site. He's pissed off. So win or loss, he wanted to fight his own manager.
I know it's a tradition out west, man. Them niggas throw hands or whatnot. But game is he gotta be 45, 43, something like that.
Yeah.
Pushing 40.
Yeah.
Niggas still squaring up is nuts to me. Especially niggas that have a lot like over $1 million, I would think, in each one of these guys' cases. So game hearing something that Wax said and still like wanting to fight that nigga, knowing how ridiculous he is, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
game's kind of slow anyway.
Yeah, after you done made your first meal, you talking about squaring up, man. I don't understand. That don't make no sense to me.
You have to be either really close to me and we just gonna fight and get it out and we back cool, or like there's no other scenario that I would see that like me having as much money as game. I'm gonna fight that nigga when I see him. Like nigga, the fuck out of here. I ain't even trying to be around niggas that I gotta fight. Like, where am I gonna run into them niggas at? Would be the better question if I was game. If I'm in the room with Rick Ross, if I'm in the room with Suge Knight or Whack 100, I'm in the wrong room if I'm game. That's just it, bro.
This nigga's on his California king bed in his
fight this nigga
5th out of 7th bedroom house, nigga. Talking about I'll fight this, tweeting this shit. I'll fight this nigga when it's on site. When I see, come on, man.
You got kids in college, dude. I'll fight this nigga, bro. You just dropped your daughter off at college, nigga. It's like stop, bro.
Oh shit. Let's go to On Decker of the Week, man. We got some good comments from the Billboard Top 50 reaction video. Shout out to Bakari, man. He said AB is absolutely right. I can't put M on a top 10 list since he's been whack for at least a decade. He had me at AB is absolutely right. You had me. I didn't have to read the rest, but yes.
I rolled my eyes as soon as you said that, so I'm sure he had you.
These are all facts that he's spitting right here. Shout out to Rock to Trill. He said, great show as always. Best podcast out there. Appreciate that. Here's who we missed. Jayceon Taylor single-handedly put the West on his back and has several amazing albums. Him not making a top 50 list is insane. That's a fact. But if Ross is 50, then I can see why Game wouldn't make it, though. I can see them not putting him on there. He should have been on.
Absolutely right. But I do understand, like you said, if Ross is 50, where would Game go?
Where would he go?
But he needed to be on that list.
I completely forgot about Game. I ain't even gonna lie.
Game 100% should have been on the list. Higher.
Take off Melly Mel with all due respect. Shout out to D-Dub. One more comment. He said, Lou, stop the Luda hate. I comment this 3 times a year at least. Also, Pac is still over Drake, but I won't argue the opposite. Great show as always, fellas. Yes, thank you. Hold him accountable to this Luda hate. It's ridiculous.
What's his name?
D-Dub. Yes.
Clearly, we found Ludacris burner. Clearly. That's Ludacris. Thank you for listening to the show, Luda. We appreciate it, brother. Because he's the only person that Ludacris is the only person out here riding for him. Like if somebody saying Ludacris' name, ain't nobody coming to his defense but Ludacris. So shout out to Luda for listening to the show, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Shit. Appreciate the comments, y'all. Go to youtube.com/OnDeckTV show if you want to leave a comment. What you got to put me on?
2 things. You mentioned it earlier. That's a Starlito interview on the 85 South channel. It was a pretty dope. I'm halfway through it. Lito was like, it seemed like he was a little tapped out. He didn't really want to be there, but luckily he was expecting some kind of wild question, but it got really good. So bear with it. And also the advertising for that podcast, I found another podcast, which was the Drug Wars. Played during one of the commercials. Then I checked out. It's pretty dope too. So check out the Drug Wars podcast and Lito on 85 South show. What you got, AB?
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Chad from 85 South, man. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Speaking of Drug Wars,
And,
Cocaine Bear, the greatest movie of all time, comes out this weekend. God damn it, I'm pulling up. You need to pull up. Everybody listening need to pull up. Nigga, that shit looks amazing. I can't wait. Best movie of all time. I'm calling it now.
I can't tell if y'all are trolling and y'all really don't want to see this and aren't expecting anything, or if y'all are really excited about this. I really honestly cannot tell. You really want to see this bullshit.
I already got my ticket. Got my ticket last week as soon as they came available.
Pre-tickets for Cocaine Bear is insane.
Facts. I got to have it.
Shit.
There's some heat coming out.
If there ever was a movie that needed to be streamed, that's it.
No.
Yes,
this needs to be seen in 3D, IMAX, goddamn it, laser, whatever the fuck is available now. Cocaine Bear, I'm in there like swimwear. I got to have it.
Impossible. Shout out to Big Kendall too for making that Chad interview happen. Friend of the show as well. He got a new documentary. Y'all check that out. It's the On Deck TV show, man. Oh yeah, AB. Snow School is back in session this week. Snowfall is back.
Yes, sir.
We'll figure out where to get it to you guys, but you will have it before the end of the week. A lot of people been asking me, been getting the DMs and messages and shit. Is Snow School back? Yes. The last class of the session, man. We're gonna rock out, see what Franklin got on deck this year.
Yeah, man, looking forward to that Snowfall. They got to redeem themselves. Trailer looks real good, though. Looks very strong. So I'm looking forward to that.
He pulled it. I can't wait. Cannot wait, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, man, we appreciate it as always, man. Tap in on YouTube, IG, Instagram. Leave a comment, support, like. We appreciate it. Until the next time, we are out.